Maiyegun làwọn mọ̀ ọ́ làwọn dódódódó. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun làwọn mọ̀ ọ́ làwọn dódódódó. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun dá wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀gbẹ̀lú kì í kò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe màá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Thank you for joining me. Good evening. Maiyegun Diary. Maiyegun. Ọlọ́nu o. Share the broadcast, for those who would like to join us. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọba máa gbé múlẹ̀. Ijó ìgbádùn rẹ̀.
Maiyegun máa wí. Yeah, good evening and welcome to Maiyegun's Diary. Tonight, this is Maiyegun Live, and it's going to be brief, not something that will be too long, but it's always about trying to educate our guys, ourselves, to let you know that no matter how much they pretend, no matter how much they lie to you, because that's what they do repeatedly, no matter how much they, hide behind either tribe, religion, age, and so on, no matter how many army of ignorant people that follows and believe in their lies repeatedly, it won't stop us from saying it the way it is. That is something, that is a particular war that those of you who always have emotional attachment, right, to, with these people, that is a war you will never win. That is an emotional blackmail war that you will never win with people like us. You know why? Those criminals made us so. And it is always better to stop living in denial. And that is why I'm going to tell you tonight that whoever steals from you, no matter how much they claim to love you, no matter how much they claim to respect you, do not believe them. You know why? He who loves you will never, ever steal from you. He who loves you will do everything to protect you from all harm's way, including economic war that might come your way. That is why they call them leaders. Those who steal from you can never, ever be referred to as leaders. That is an aberration. That is a complete misrepresentation that some of us, no matter how much you try to blackmail us, it will never work. We will never change the exact way or words that describe their criminality. It doesn't matter how old they are or how young they are. It doesn't matter the calamity that befalls them. People live with calamities every day and they don't care. So hold your emotional blackmail. Hold all those, don't mock the dead. Hold all those, respect elders. In my own journey of life, do you know that I have discovered that foolish people also get old? And what do you say when foolish old people are hiding behind that number because they are old? They have the right to be stupid, foolish, greedy, and selfish because they are old. No. That is an emotional blackmail. We will not take that. We will say it the way it is, so that those who are also currently in their young age, who are hiding behind youthful exuberance to commit all manner of atrocity against the people they claim to love or represent, when they grow old, they will not escape the lashing. Then they will not be lucky, because the generation coming after us, they will be more violent, because they will be more learned, they will be more exposed, they will be more kind of educated enough not to take some of the rubbish that the generation before us, my generation, have been enduring and surviving with. We will ensure of that. The coming generation will not be patient with this generation that are criminals, and they are going to get old too. They too will start saying, let us respect elders. Respect elders will kill you there. So we have not started. So we will not let you blackmail us. Someone who loves us will not steal from us. If I love you, I won't steal from you. Trust me. If I steal from you and I come back to tell you I love you, I respect you, it is all lies. And in Yorubaland, in Nigeria in general, you have army of criminals who, one way or the other, have succeeded in rewarding and rewarding themselves back into your lives. Fine, fair enough. You have been partners in this malady. But you will not stop us from saying it the way it is, in order to teach the coming generation the kind of leaders, the kind of criminals, the kind of dealers, the kind of manipulators, certificate forgers, contract manipulators, criminals, bunch of rogues, opportunists who have taken over the lives of yours, your parent, the people coming after you, your children. And until you begin to see it that way, you will never, ever be bold enough to challenge them. Everything they do for you, they will see them as doing you a favor, and you hold them every time they do that. Why they rob you blind, lead you further into abject generational poverty. Poverty, rather. We will not let them change the story. We will not let them emotionally blackmail us from saying it the way it is. Leaders who claim to be leaders in your land, be it in Yorubaland, Igbo land, or should I say Biafra land, Hausa Fulani land, Ishekiri land, even in Ijaw land. When you go across the river and you cross to the Benue and the rest of that, you see every criminal wearing the garb of his ethnic or his tribal coloration. Bunch of frauds who walk about to be saviors. Bunch of rogues who walk about to be saviors. Bunch of animals who walk about to be liberators. Meanwhile, on the other hand, they lead millions of you into further abject poverty. Some decided to be in that situation, but do not think all of us want to be like you, especially those of you who are already humbled slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, and so on and so forth. It is your portion. Claim it in Jesus' name. And say amen, by the way, if you belong to that category, because we are not all in the same category. We don't think alike. We never see criminals and see them as elders. We will never see thieves as those that represent us, no matter how sweet their mouths are in telling us rather than showing us. They tell you they love you. Why they rob you? I watch Ajumobi, and one of those who actually make the name constituted the authority gel on him. Some of you are watching my videos today. You see me coming up with different names and all of that. You see, if I have to really be expressing myself the way I feel about those criminals in Nigeria, right? Trust me, many of you may not even like me because I'll be too vulgar for your liking. I mean, no matter how endear you think you can actually take this. So I decided to be creative in giving them different identities that actually makes me feel like, well, you can't say I'm too vulgar with that. When I call the idiots, rather than call them idiots or morons, I give them the better befitting, names like Buhari Deans, Buhari Diderins, Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus, Buhari Shukus, Ngozi Harris, Nneka Harris, Obina Harris, the obedient fools, the humbled slaves, the sophisticated morons. I also give names to their uncles and their aunties, the ones that live abroad, where things work, where they have health care, where they have security of job, economic power outside Nigeria. But they are busy on social media, being the role models for those the mumus in Nigeria. They're born to suffer social media and herdsmen, Facebook bandits. Their aunties and their uncles abroad, they will never go back to Nigeria. They keep telling them from America how Buhari is trying to fix their lives. They keep telling them from Canada how Buhari mean well for them. They keep telling them from London how Buhari want to save their lives. Why they keep dying in poverty, other insecurity in the country. Those their aunties and their uncles abroad, they stay away. They know that Nigeria is fucked. Nigeria is messed up. But they decided to just keep controlling the mumus, the mumus down there. So I've got names for them because they have different categories as well. We call them the Mumumadus. They are the premium Buharitins, Buhari Diderins. They are those, obedient fools, humbled slaves, and the sophisticated morons that get visa. When morons get visa, you can take morons out of the moron land, but you cannot take moron land out of a moron wherever it goes in any part of the world. So I've got names for them too. They are those self-entitled idiots that pretended to be educated, exposed, and well-traveled, but they actually defend Buhari. Buhari is a role model to them. So the names we give to them on Maiyegun's diary are the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. Time will not permit me to break that down for you. So I created all those names. I had to become creative in order not to be too vulgar, vulgar against them. Because if I have to express the way I feel, if I have to, right? Trust me, you won't like it. You won't really like it. So let's keep it in that way. I will not sit down and feel comfortable defending thieves, especially when I know what they are doing. They don't care about you. They whip up sentiment all the time. And whenever they are caught up in their lies and in their greed, they quickly throw up the tribal card. They throw up a religion card. They will tell you, it is because I'm a Christian. No, that's why they are coming for me. It is because I'm a Muslim. Oh, that's why my enemies are coming for me. Oh, my people, it's because I'm an Igbo man. Oh, that's why the Hausa Fulani are coming for me. Oh, it's because I'm a Yoruba man. That is why they are coming for me, and so on and so forth. Everybody try to when they finally get caught, when they are eating deep and dipping their hands in those jars, feeding fat from the Nigeria project, the fake Nigeria, their fake country that they have done everything, all this, like many have died. They still couldn't manage to fix it. They couldn't manage to bring it to time, to development they have been talking about. So when they get caught up or when they lose out in the sharing formula, they will begin to throw up, I'm a Christian. It's because it's a Christian. Oh, I'm a Muslim. It's because I'm a Muslim. But when they are stealing, sharing the money, taking those fake contracts, collecting those contract money, collecting those appointments, executing those crimes behind the scene, they won't remember they were Yorubas. They will not remember they were Hausa or Fulani. They will not remember that they were Igbos. They will not remember then that they are from Ijoland or Ishekiri. They will remember that, I have been representing these people in Nigeria, fake Nigeria, until now. So I am not going to be part of those that will be dragged into that emotional, tribal, and religious blackmail. When I see your man, even if he's a Muslim, to you, he's a Muslim. To me, he's a thief. When you see your madam, that your respected leader, when you see him as Igbo, or you see him as a Yoruba, when you see him as Hausa or Fulani, or you see him from wherever you wanted to see him as, I don't see him as that. I see him as a thief. When you see them as, oh, this one is a Christian, oh, he's a Muslim, I don't see them as that. I see them as thieves. So whenever you then try to bring in, Maiyegun, why are you talking about this? Why are you not talking about that? Why are you are just mad. And I enjoy reading you, watching you run mad, even though I can't see you, but I can imagine it reading your comments. I don't see them as that. I see them as thieves. Ajimobi, a Yoruba man, for 8 years, he didn't build any mega hospital. He didn't build not even 10-bed hospital for 8 years. Are you with me? He was throwing his weight all about, trying to take all properties, choice properties for his wife, Florence. Florence, that is trying to claim to be the widow that everybody should feel sorry for. You should not feel sorry for her. Okay? And this is why. Her husband, Ajimobi, was governor for 8 years. We have seen some dunderheads, some obedient fools, some humbled slaves, some sophisticated morons on social media already, trying to tell themselves that, in fact, Ajimobi is the best governor in Oyo State. Can you beat that? Can you? And the best governor in Oyo State couldn't build a 100 specialist hospital in Oyo State for 8 years, to the point that when he fell ill, they didn't take him to any hospital in Oyo State. At least he is the immediate governor. He just left the office 1 year ago. Not that he built the hospital in Oyo State. Rather, he was busy taking properties, taking schools that they want to turn to shopping complex for his wife, taking lands all across Oyo State for themselves, taking over even government property, government land, to the point that he even gave himself CFO on that land. And when he died in a Lagos private hospital, you should be ashamed of yourself. I know many of you don't have shame, and I know that there's no way you can shame the shameless. But I will remind you, one day maybe you go get shame that is no longer in anywhere in your dictionary. You don't know what shame is because you have none. 8 years. 8 solid years, 8 years, with the population of about 14 million people. 14 million people. He couldn't build 100-bed specialist hospital in Oyo State that at least when he fell ill, when he fell sick, when he had coronavirus, even if he was going to die of coronavirus, right? There was no hospital in Oyo State that could take him. One that he built. But guess what? When he died, his wife was telling everybody that they were going to bury him in Agodi, the land he stole as a governor. He didn't steal the land to build hospitals for your people. He didn't steal the land to build anything productive for your people. He stole the land, built himself the biggest mansion of his dream, and he built it in order for him to be seeing what is going on inside the governor's house in Agodi. So he will be seeing who is who going inside there. That was the plan. In fact, he thought his own protege, Adelabu Penkelemesi, will become the next governor. So if that one became governor, except what happened between Obaseki and Oshiomhole happened, today that Ajimobi is buried, they will bury him on that stolen land. He stole the land for himself. He paid no dime, no kobo. He stole it for himself. Then he began building mansion for himself that he was going to call his own Hilltop Mansion. Hilltop Mansion. So, but death, or let me say first, political power loss came in, he lost power. Then the battle to retain what he stole began. It became a litigation between the people of Oyo State versus the former governor of Oyo State. That land belonged to Oyo people. You will not keep that land. Even if you build a house on it, we will demolish it. Even if you put your person as the next governor, when he leave office, we will demolish that house. But their prayers were answered when they decided to kick out constituted authority in 2019. Seyi Makinde became governor, and immediately, because everybody knows about it, many of those who are watching me from Ibadan right now, those who are from Oyo State citizens who are listening to me right now, many of them knows about this story. It's not an hidden thing. And the same thing would have happened if Tinubu died today. There are so many properties, there are so many lands that is managed over time to legalize to himself, to his children, to his cronies, to his many people in Lagos State. But when they lose power in Lagos State, there are people who have record of those properties. There are people who have record of those lands. There are people who will begin real cases against the Tinubu family when he dies and they lose power in Lagos State. That's what happened in Oyo State. Immediately they lost power, it became a litigation. Seyi Makinde came in and decided to revoke the CEO he gave to himself because there was no CEO in the first place. The land was not sold. He didn't buy it. He gave it to himself. 48 plots of land. Some idiots are trying to change it to plot 48. Nobody say what they do. Born to suffer morons. It's plot 48. Maiyegun is not 48 plot. They say even the one in Agodi is just one out of the 8. Listen, Ajimobi issued out eight fake CFO. Do you know who he gave to in the twilight? I mean, at the twilight of his administration, when he's already lost election. Oh, are you with me now? He gave about 7 to 8 CFO to people. Free land, like he's the governor, he can sign anything. That's what they tell themselves. I can do anything I want. I'm the governor. So they revoked 8. Out of the 8 CFO, illegal land Ajimobi gave away. Out of 8 CFO, 5 of them were for himself and his wife, Florence. 5 of CFO. One of the CFO carries 48 plot of land in it. 48, one of the one CFO, 48 plot of land. So times that by 10 or times 5, another 5 CFO. You see, you don't even understand that Seyi Makinde is yet to even release the details of initially he thought it was just going to give him the respect, the honor as the ex-governor, and they will just make it solo. It won't go after him. But Ajimobi was pushed into the greedy life he led when he was the governor of Oyo State by his wife, Florence. For those who know better, ask them. Who was that former first lady of Oyo State? Florence Ajimobi. You will know her better. You may act blind. She may try to invite you to a pity party. She is a politician. She is a greedy woman. She is a selfish, self-centered criminal like her husband. Cut out this video and play it to her. Play this video for her. She pushed her husband to take so many anti-people policies for herself simply because she wanted to own everywhere. If she's not taking the property for a fake charity organization, First Lady Foundation, she's taking property for her business expansion. What do you call it? Her shopping complexes in Ibadan. She wanted to own everything. And Ajimobi, the born criminal himself, was doing her bidding. In fact, they gave the credit of Ajimobi breaking the jinx of second term. They gave the credit to his wife, Florence. And that made her feel so powerful. And that is why when her husband died, she made a push that even if there is a problem before her husband died, the land that her husband is building the house on, can Seyi Makinde just forget everything and just let her bury him? Because that is where Ajimobi wanted to be buried. That is why he took the land. That is why he's building that mansion. This is where he wanted to sleep. Seyi Makinde, can you please give the honor to the former governor? At least Abanja Bika Kuko now. If we are fighting, it's not for us to wish ourselves death. She wanted to blackmail Seyi Makinde to give them the land. And you know what they want to do? Once they bury him on that land, the land become their own. They can wait until another government or another criminal party they belong to will come in and make a deal. give them the land. Since Ajimobi is buried on it, they will say, just forget him. Maybe that's how God wants him. As a Yoruba, you will lose an inheritance to another born criminals who died for not providing anything to protect you, all of you. So when her husband died, she was not really interested in her husband's burial. She was more interested in the land and the property of the land, the CFO of lands, the government of Oyo State have revoked from them. That is the truth, by the way. She, according to people, she was sending people to the governor to tell the governor, at least, he don't die now. Why don't you just give him back? Why we just forget him? These people you are trying to fight for, they don't deserve it. We are the leaders. My husband served this state for 8 years. It's a lie. Ajimobi did not serve Oyo State for 8 years. Oyo State served Ajimobi and his family for 8 years. And it was a breath of fresh air when Seyi Makinde took over government of Oyo State. It was a breath of fresh air. When that failed, they called Obasanjo. They decided to call Obasanjo to help them talk to Seyi Makinde. That Seyi Makinde is trying to play bad blood politics. So, I'm waiting now. Is it not just land? If Seyi Makinde wants land, he too can take land everywhere. He is the governor. My husband took the land for himself because he served the people. Obasanjo promised to call them back. Obasanjo did not call Seyi Makinde. He did not even push anything. When they did not hear from Seyi Makinde, when they did not hear from Obasanjo, they decided that they were going to go and bury him in his in his old house in Oluyole Estate in Ibadan. 8 solid years. 8 solid years. This is Ajimobi's legacy. Children were protesting on the street because a man, Ajimobi, was taking over their school, increased their school fees, taking over their school for a shopping complex in Ibadan. It was an eyesore. It was a complete outbreak. See children bleeding, police chasing school children, school pupils. So she refused to pick the phone number of the deputy governor because to her, according to her, she's done everything to make peace with the government of Oyo State. She is seeing herself that with what she has achieved as a woman in Oyo State politics through her husband, who is Seyi Makinde, and he's done everything to make peace. But it seems that Seyi Makinde is deliberately wanted to embarrass her husband. So it became personal. It was no longer about the land was stolen. The land was stolen. That's the truth. It was stolen. He didn't buy it. Who gave it to him? He gave it to himself because he's the governor who can sign any CFO for anybody. A Yoruba governor who refused to build hospital, died in another state, private hospital. And he's the governor for 8 years that deserved the land. When the deputy governor visited the morning madam, former first lady, madam, sorry, she was talking about a phone call. Hey, my husband, look at her. See, look, watch this.
My husband was killed. I think the least anybody can do as a God-fearing person is at least to send me a word of encouragement at that time. And even after he died, not even do Mr. Deputy Governor. You called him. You called my dead husband.
No, your phone number, I call you.
You should have sent me a text message, sir. You can send I don't have your number, I can't pick up. I'm the wife of a politician. I don't pick numbers I don't know. You can send me a message, sir. Your Excellency. You can send a message, sir. You can send a message. You can send a message. Everybody is going to die. My husband is dead. And he served this state for 8 years. 8 good years. What are we talking about?
You the see guy, woman. My husband served this state for 8 years. What are we talking about? You did not even call me. You didn't call me. Madam, I called you. No, I don't have your number. I'm a politician's wife. I don't pick any number. Olofo, you don't pick any number, but you can pick any vote. Strangers can vote for your husband, and you, all of you, can live that life of high class luxury, wife of politician, as if to say it's a job. There are many entitled jobless lazy women who are hanging around their lazy husbands, and they are feeling entitled too. I'm a wife of politician. I don't pick any number. You should have sent me a text. She's speaking to an elected deputy governor of a state. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is she? A wife of a former thief. See that entitlement? So that makes me feel angry, because this is who they are. Self-entitled bombastards and criminals. They live off you. They don't have jobs. I have been rich before I get to politics. Oh, uncle, why don't you stay rich? Stay away from politics. Stop stealing the money to send your children to where your current money cannot take you. Fucking retards. And I understand you have some idiots who actually see you as role model. You have been making money before you join politics. Now, you made the money, you can't build yourself mansion. You can't buy yourself land. You and your husband can't buy land. At least you get paid. A governor make more than normally, a governor make more than a billionaire every month from their state. They steal a lot. Security vote alone. A state governor, right? Whatever check he wants on security vote, right? You will get some state, or your state governor was collecting about 500 million naira for security vote. As he's bragging that he's changing the state, the people are falling into more poverty. He was stealing the money. See, this is what he was building. This is why Florence is mad. Okay, this is why Florence is mad. Watch. That is the reason why Florence is mad. That place is not a construction site for old people's home or for your state. It is not the property being built for the homeless people of your state. It's not the property being built as probably a medical center for the people of your state. It is the private property of the former governor for your state that he is building for himself, his legacy for 8 years. Assuming he was building that for himself somewhere else where he bought the land, it would have made sense. But he's building it on a stolen land, and his wife think she's entitled to that. After all entreaties failed, she decided to use that emotional blackmail. And you cannot even respect my husband. We are all going to die. Mama, we are all going to die. We all know that we are all going to die. If you know that too, all those illegal properties of your state in your possession right now, you should be releasing them. It will give you much peace. I tell you, it will. And release them. Don't start any unnecessary litigation. You will die too. All of us will die. Ajimobi died. It didn't even go with the CFO. The CFO of the land. It didn't go with it. Not even a photocopy. Give him photocopy and say, Ajimobi, take photocopy of our properties, just in case if you come back to this world, you can locate some of the addresses, when you come back. No, he left with absolute nothing. So, madam, don't blackmail us. We know that all of us will die. We'll die when we have to die. But at least some of us will die better. Because we have some of us who, one, not staying in a place or the country or the state your husband left, or your people are still there. Your young people are still there. Uneducated, poorly educated, lack of opportunity, poor infrastructures everywhere. And then where is that world you have created? So they will die. You too will die. And you will live with nothing. So don't blackmail us into feeling sorry or with death. We are going to die. People are dying every day. Buhari is there hiding in the, what do you call it? In the coffin. They put in the Asorok for him. So we're all going to die. Everyone is going to die. So let us speak our mind and don't blackmail us with death. So they did that. And like I said, people who love you, they will never steal from you. If you claim to love me, you will never steal from me. And if I face you to tell you I love you, I will never steal from you. When I steal from you, then whatever I say becomes nothing. Your leaders are thieves. It doesn't matter how you see them. Like I said, you see them as Christians, Muslims, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, this and that. I see them as bunch of thieves, terrorists, certificate forgers, manipulators, killers, murderers, dream killers, and so on. I don't see them as all these Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, and that. I see them as the dream killers who are out to just make your lives miserable and do as much as possible to make theirs much, much favorable, to make it so favorable that you will wish you were them and you will continue to pray that they don't become you. Come on. The emotional blackmail part of it will not work. It has never worked. It will never work. When you see a thief who is building the world for himself and his family, it doesn't matter which religion he practices. It doesn't matter which tribe he comes from. I have seen thieves who ran down a whole state. And today, even the people in the state, more or less have accepted their fate to say, well, it be like saying like this would it be. Go to Abia State. There are some, when I was growing up, there was a story of a man called Clifford Oji. Clifford Oji. How many of you remember that story? Clifford Oji. The man under the bridge in Lagos that they said was eating human being. Remember? Clifford Oji. So when democracy came and I began hearing the name like Oji Uzo Kalu, Theodore Oji, I realized that those ones are actually like eating the dream of millions of people without touching them physically. They destroyed lives. Many Abians are in Abia State right now, getting used to poverty. Some of them are still praising their leaders, by the way. If you say anything about Ochondo, or what do you call him? Is Oji Uzo Kalu, Clifford Oji, Theodore Oji, Ochondo Oji. Oh boy, this Oji. They finished Abia State. No be only there. There are many. There. In Katsina State, even though their governors speak their language, they speak the same language. Someone who speaks your language should be able to protect you, shouldn't he? In Katsina, their governor, Bello Masari. What a man. The man that was supposed to lead population of about 6-7 million people, the man that was supposed to be a replica of Boko Haram, well, he is a replica of Boko Haram. The man, instead of him to begin the process of defending his own people against all these regular invaders, you know what he did? He budgeted billions of naira to fight poverty. He said the problem is poverty. So because of this, we need to fight poverty in Katsina State. That's where Boko Haram State. Oh, you know, they know they go school. Sorry, I know there are better people from Katsina State, but like any other part of Nigeria, the worst of your state is actually the ones. I mean, the worst of your state are representing the best of every state, keeping all of us in perpetual blackness and darkness. Bello Masari decided to fight poverty. You know what he did? He budgeted billions of naira to buy goats, to share goats to women empowerment. They decided to buy what do you call it? Buy shoe shiner, polish, and all of that, and to give it to the young people to empower them. They bought Okada to give it to young people to empower them. When they realized that it seems this when people got the goats, instead of them to raise the goat, it will take time before goats get belly. It will take time before, even before goats meet another goat, agree to get belly. With this time, where they say everybody they do family planning, Masari gave about 5,000 goats or 1,000 goats, I don't know, but they budget billions for it. So instead of the goat, to start producing, I say people no fit wait. People just they kill the goat, they chop the goat. The widows, they began. Some few kept their own goats for some weeks, some for some months. But since some goats no get belly, in order to reproduce, at the end of the day, the whole investment enter canal. So poverty no reduce. People where they keep people continue. Now the next solution be for Bello Masari, Akuri Masari. He decided to gather people, gather gun, gather camera, gather car, and they can't find map. They look for bandits that are killing people from the bush. A governor from Buhari State. They began hunting for bandits inside bush. They use satnav, they use map, they use everything. In fact, they follow sign. When you follow, sometimes you have to follow sign on the. He finally found bandits, gave them money, did all of that, and they said they took pictures. They posed for pictures. All the security men that followed the governor, they took pictures with the bandits. They posed with their guns. Everything was fine. They dropped money. They agreed that we will not attack again. Thank you, Mr. Governor. 2 months after that, bandits began killing. This time around, they even ransack Boko Haram's own hometown, Daura. Kill people, send everybody to Niger Republic, to Cameroon. Now, they are living there as refugees. People from Katsina. Some of you may not know. They are living in Niger Republic, in Chad, in Cameroon. They are refugees there. Those who couldn't make it that far, they are doing their own refugee orientation camp in Kano or in Borono from Katsina. Bello Masari now called a cameraman and said, I made a mistake. Nobody should ever negotiate with bandits. We made a mistake. We paid those guys Owomugun because they continue to kidnap. Why won't they continue to kidnap when you can't fight them? You give them more money. And they know that if they kidnap 1,000 people, they will make times 100 of the money you are giving them. So which one is better? Owomugu. He now said, we will never negotiate with terrorists again. Leaders who steal from you. Leaders who can protect you. Leaders who are greedy enough to the point that, did you see the Lagos video? See, I have 1 million videos of Lagos State. I'm just waiting for my boys to do some level of, area coverage of so many areas in Lagos State. I'm going to, when Diaspora Radio is fully back on, if it's fully on here in September, you will see content. We will expose those who have been using tribal religion, and all those nonsense to keep those idiots in Nigeria under their perpetual deceit. They will spend money to catch up. I swear to God, we'll make it more expensive for them to continue to keep people in darkness. You will see content. You go fear content. We have them. We can cover the whole of Nigeria and tell the people there that, listen, if you think we don't know where you are living, if you think we don't know how you are living, then you are wrong. And guess what? We will show you enough to the point that maybe when the shame begin to shame you, when people begin to say, Bayo, oh boy, you don't watch Maiyegun Diary tonight. Oh boy, if you see documentary about Ajangbadi, Okokomaiko, Orile, and the rest of those places, oh boy, that Maiyegun a madman. He showed us things where we know, but I never know say he be that bad. I don't know say now so jungle we dey live. I don't know say now inside slum we dey live for this Lagos. Oh boy, guy. Oh, give ourselves sense. Oh, then that's when you realize that they are thugs. All their thugs that they give guns to, when the whole thing begin, they will join you. You know why? It is because many of them don't know better. They don't know any other life. They know the life of violence also to survive. So when they begin to see truth too, you will be shocked that there will be those that will lead and say, "Mo go, I will not go agree again." Many of you will be begging them. Like, Baba, calm down, Baba, calm down. This one a protest. Nobody say we won't fight war, Baba, calm down. This is which calm down. They destroy my life. Anyway, I don't know, say they don't destroy my life. I think say they be my leader. You they tell me make I calm down. I mean you the craze. Now then you go know, say those they are telling you to be afraid of don't come out. When the content eats them, when the gbedu enter body, even many of you who don't like me now, oh dear, you will end up being the champion of, I love this guy, but watch it. It's going to happen. I'm going to bed. Thank you very much for your time. For those who took out time tonight, I'll see you again. But the good news is I'm beginning a week-long annual leave. So I'm going to be so free. I may actually decide to travel out of Glasgow to show you more what it is to live in a responsible, a reasonable, a society, not a jungle. So this is not a competition. It is actually an awakening for you. If you don't like me now, don't worry. When your own truth eats you, you will be worse than Maiyegun. It's a matter of time. Thank you for your time. I'll see you some other time. Good evening.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ ọ́n làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ ọ́n làmọ̀ dódódódó. Maiyegun Diary. Thank you. Lórí Facebook, lórí ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀ ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò ní bẹ̀rù. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun Diary. Ẹ fara balẹ̀ ṣẹ́ o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.